All right, now it's time for our final 5 observations of this portion of Training Camp on Training Camp Live, brought to you by Community America. And the first 5 observation of our 5 is something we're alluded to, and that is Fast and Furious. Insert your Vin Diesel reference here on the 2009 movie. But this defense has been fast, and they have been furious. They've played really fast the last couple of days. You can see there's less thinking and more getting after it.
Playing fast and with a sense of urgency, and that's so important. We've already talked about this. This defense was the best defense in the NFL from Week 11 through the end of the regular season. Points per game, touchdowns, passer rating allowed, whatever metric you want to look at, they were the best defense in the NFL. And I think the reason because of that is early in the year they were thinking about the scheme, the X's and O's, where do I fit into this? Toward the end of the season, they didn't worry about that anymore. They knew it. They already had it. It was about gelling with the guys next to them, being more comfortable with the guys around them. And we saw it. I mean, that's why they were so good, and it's carrying over into this camp. That's how you replicate it. You keep it over in camp. We've seen Tyron bringing the energy every single day. We saw a would-be safety a few days ago. Anthony Hitchens, Frank Clark, Tyron Matthew, all a big part of that. Disruptive plays, tip passes, just looking really, really good. And that's so encouraging if you're a Chiefs fan, hoping the defense can be as good as they were last year at the end of the season, because we know how good this offense is. And if this defense plays like they did toward the end of last year, this team is unbeatable.
Super hopeful about that group. All right, second observation, talent show. Over the last several weeks and the sessions we've been able to watch, Travis Kelce has put on a show in this training camp. You know, he has 87 and running. One of his big fundraisers is the talent show. COVID is affecting that. It has been his own talent show out here. He works like he is an undrafted rookie free agent trying to make the team. 2 camps in a row now. I've seen him work as hard as anybody out here, and it's been refreshing to see. And if he stays healthy, this guy could break more NFL records.
Most people, if they had the greatest 4-year stretch ever by a tight end on their resume, if they had a Super Bowl ring, and if they had a new contract in hand, they might take a day off. They might take a break. That's not Travis Kelce. I mean, this has been an incredible camp for him. His work ethic is unreal, and the connection with Patrick Mahomes has been cooking all camp long. It's been really great to see. And, you know, the exciting thing about this squad is that there are so many superstars on this team that are not satisfied with what they've accomplished in their careers. It'd be easy to be satisfied, but they're not. And that pushes everyone else. That motivates everyone. Travis Kelce, I mean, I'll go out on a limb here. I think this is his best camp in a Chiefs uniform so far. And bold prediction, 1,400 yards for Travis Kelce this season, NFL record. I think he can do it.
I'll take it. Our third observation, we've already touched on it because we had him as our exclusive interview, and that is stone cold rock solid Chris Jones. Just to see what he has done in this camp, and he has been unblockable at times, as we alluded to. So that leads us to number 4. One of the things I'm most proud of our 65 TPT crew, on all of the shows that we do and whatever platform in which we're doing them, we love to take you beyond the obvious, the things, the little things that win football games in the NFL, because Andy Reid stresses those things. And we're going to take you to Gunner Island on this observation. These are things that win games, and that is the Gunners. This is the battle of the gladiators on the outside. You watch the punts and you watch the punt returner. Take a look and focus on the outside guys, either on punt return or punt. This is where McCole Hardman or Tyreek Hill gets their returns. It starts with those guys, and it takes a special person to live on Gunner Island.
Absolutely, and the depth at Gunner on this team is probably as good as it has ever been. Think of some of the athletes that can play Gunner for this team. Byron Pringle did it a bunch last season, blazing speed at wide receiver, and he's physical. You know, he's not easily blocked, can tackle. So Byron Pringle can do it. Antonio Hamilton, this guy can do it. 4.38 40-yard dash time, incredible speed from Antonio Hamilton, and he was the 6th best special teamer in all of football last year, according to Pro Football Focus. So the Chiefs already have a great special teams unit. Add a guy like Antonio Hamilton in there, it's dynamite. And then also Marcus Kemp is back. Did Gunner a few years ago. People kind of forget about him. He had the knee injury, but he's back in this camp, and he can play Gunner for you as well. So lots of great options on special teams. It leads to some tough decisions for Dave Tobe, Andy Reid, and Brett Veach. But, I mean, it's good problems to have if you're trying to make the best roster you can.
Even Demarcus Robinson can do it. He's good as a gunner. The Chiefs are loaded there, have some decisions to make. And finally, our fifth observation is Opportunity 8.0. We've given you opportunity upgrades in every one of these shows. And this one is our tough love segment, I think. L'Jarius Sneed, the rookie defensive back at Louisiana Tech. And this is a guy under-recruited coming out of high school. He goes to Louisiana Tech. He plays some corner. They ask him to go to safety. He moves around. But L'Jarius Sneed is getting an opportunity in this rookie year, although it may not be as easy for him right now as you'd like it to be. This is the growth you need to make it in this league.
I know a lot of people have been curious how L'Jarius has looked, and they asked Steve Spagnuolo about it a few days ago, and he did give him some tough love. I mean, he said he has a ways to go. I want him to play faster. I want to see more things out of L'Jarius. But there's two things you can't teach in football, and that's speed, which he has, 4.4 speed, fourth fastest time at the combine last year, and also ball skills and instincts. 8 interceptions last year, or over his career in college, and also 3 pick sixes. No player in the FBS had more pick sixes than L'Jarius Sneed when he was in school. So think of the speed in the AFC West. Guys like Henry Ruggs, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, lots of good speed. Teams are trying to combat the Chiefs with some speed of their own. You need versatile, fast, and instinctual defensive backs, and I think L'Jarius Sneed has all 3 of those things. Just a matter of putting it together, getting some experience, but I'm excited about this kid moving forward.